Hello, hi, this is Jackie from the Jacquie Young Band. How are you? I hope all is well with you. It's time for another vlog from me and from the band indirectly, just to give you a little update and see how you're doing and let you know what's going on for us. So I actually have a little bit of sunshine today, which is the first we've seen for a really long while. And that gives me a nice little segue into letting you know about our website. That's been kind of a big thing that's come up. Mr. Tony Baloney Pony, who is our bass player, for those of you who don't know, and he's not really called Tony Baloney Pony. He's called Tony Wilcox, but that's what he's known to me. And he has been an absolute trooper working on the website for us. He's done a grand job, and there's loads of photos there. You can get access to the music, and it will show you where our various social media platforms are. You can get bios all about all the guys and me, and tells you a bit about the music and how we got started and what the history of the band is, because we have a bit of history. We've been around for a while, not that you would ever guess. So anyhow, head on over. It's a bit of a funny one. I think if you just put into Google the Jacquie Young Band, it will bring up all sorts of things, and it will bring up the website. But if you want to be really particular and get straight there, which I don't blame you, because sometimes it's a bit of a guddle going through the Google, a guddle in Google. It's https://JacquieYoung.com. So it's not the Jacquie Young Band for the website, it's JacquieYoung.com. And that's because I've had that website domain forever, from when I first started the band, when I didn't really have a band. I just was Jacquie Young to begin with. I've been various incarnations of different things, but most of the time I've been Jacquie Young and the Jacquie Young Band. So yeah, we've just been kind of gathering things, really. I suppose pretty much as a lot of us do over the winter. You kind of hunker down. We've been in rehearsals, which we always enjoy. And we've got 5 new songs, not 5 originals, but 5 new songs that we're adding into the set. Hopefully all of which we can display at the next 2 gigs. One of which is an original tune, which will be great. And that was one that I mentioned in the last vlog, which is called Just a Memory. And this was one that I wrote a long time ago. But until I suppose about a year ago, it had never really been fleshed out with the chords, because the way I write music is I initially sing it and write the melodies and record the melody. I write the lyrics and I record the melody. So I'll use a tape recorder and I'll get an idea, and I'll start with a little seed of an idea. And then I create a chorus and a verse, and just the intention of the song kind of gradually comes together. And then once I've got most of that complete, I then take it to either Tony, or this time to Chris Godfrey, who some of you may have heard me mention before, who was on the recording of the JYB Band, and also has been very much in the JYB Band in past years. But he now is an absolute whiz at recording, and he just does some amazing things. He's mixed the whole album for us, he recorded the whole album for us, and he's just fantastic. And I'm still working with him, so you know, this is an ongoing thing. And we are also working on another tune. Oh, so much information for you. Sorry. Verbal diarrhea. Anyway, so where was I? I was talking about the new tune, Just a Memory, which I wrote years ago. So it really just sort of started to come into life about a year ago, and Chris put the chords in and we'd sort of tweak them together, and then he has put in suggestions, musical suggestions in the mix, and Chris and I work enormously collaboratively. We just have the most amazing musical partnership, which I am so thankful for. Chris, I love you if you are watching this. Our musical relationship has just been such a blessing, as has with many of my musicians, and certainly the ones that I've got in my band right now. And now what we are waiting for is for my darling dear Graham to do his lead guitar bit on it. But Gray struggles a little bit with being in the studio and kind of under the pressure of, okay, right, you've got to produce now. He is a very organic player, which is what we admire him for. He's hugely improvisational, and he just comes out with some stunning stuff. He really does. I think he does brilliantly in the studio, but he wanted to learn the techniques and how to record himself, not necessarily, you know, immediately to be able to do it like a guru, but to be able to record himself when he felt in the mood, when he had the inspiration to do it. So he's been learning a lot about recording. He's bought himself all sorts of equipment and he has been learning about that. And I think between you and me, I think we're getting quite close to when we will get a recording from him. So once we've got that, I can then go ahead and start preparing the track for release. But in the meantime, we will be playing it in the set, even though you won't be able to find it anywhere. So it'll be unique. So you have to come to the gigs to hear the track. As I say, it's called Just to Memory. I won't tell you what Graham calls it, but anyway, you can maybe work that out for yourself. Yeah, so there we are. Probably talked enough. If you got to the end of this, you've done well. But, you know, it's nice to have a chat. Just sit down, have a cup of tea. I am aiming to do one of these a month. I'm not always absolutely brilliant at getting them done in a timely manner because we're now really near the end of the month, and I did the other one really near the end of the month. But you'll stumble into it. It's going to be on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all that kind of baloney. So it'll be out there. It's not going anywhere. So you can listen to it anytime you want. It'll kind of be relevant apart from the gig dates. So don't worry about that. Just listen to the rest of the waffle. And I hope that you enjoy these little moments. I should have a cup of tea, really, while I'm doing this, because that's kind of what it is. Just chat with a cup of tea. Anyway, take good care of yourselves, and I will see you next month for another exciting JYB vlog. Bye for now. Thanks for listening.